Are you looking for the next craft beer to try? Well, maybe Vanilla Noir from Prairie Artisan Ales is the one for you. Welcome back, everybody. So if you're into craft beer and you haven't, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you know when new videos are coming out. New video out every day. So today we are going to try Vanilla Noir Imperial Stout aged in oak whiskey barrels with vanilla beans. I'm guessing this is the 2019 version, as I did get it in 2019. Looking at Untappd, they have a whole bunch of different ones. They have just like a standard one, then like a 16, 17, 18, and 19. I did not see... Oh, yeah, so this was bottled on 11/13/2019. So if I would have looked at the bottle before I started, I would have known that. This has probably been out probably 20 to 30 minutes. I did do 2 other reviews before this, but as this is a stout, I wanted it to warm up some. So yeah, I don't remember how much it is. Usually these are $9.99, $10.99 a bottle. So let's see. I don't think okay, so it's 13.7% ABV. We're having right now like a rain ice warning. Like it's supposed to rain all day, and then tonight it's supposed to turn all to ice, so that should be fun. High ABV beer like this should warm me up. So let's go ahead and get it into this glass. I've been using for these bigger beers my Bell's one, and I don't know where it is, because I've been using it so much. It has like a teardrop in the bottom, and I keep wanting to see what the difference, what the different, say, darker stouts look like in there, but I tried to find it and I couldn't. So we'll use this. Head is dissipating quickly with the high ABV. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's gonna go away quickly. What I do have is like a mocha chocolate color, not even a quarter of a finger. Color, yeah, it's black all the way around. No amber hues, dark amber hues. It's all very black. I can even see my reflection in the glass. Let's go ahead and smell. So, one thing I wanted to mention, at one of my homebrew meetings, they were talking about putting beers into competition, and that everybody should. But one thing they brought up is you need to look at what category you're going into. Because let's just say you made a raspberry ale, and it's not like big raspberry. So maybe instead of calling it a raspberry ale, you call it a fruit beer. Or in case of a stout, if you were using coffee and it wasn't very dominant, you got a little bit of it, you wouldn't put it under, or you wouldn't name it as coffee stout. Maybe you just name it a regular stout and let the judges pick that up. And when they were saying this, I was like, you know, that's kind of like the beer, because in this one, vanilla. So we should get a lot of vanilla. And I think when everybody reviews some of these beers, if that's in the name, that should be the dominant smell you get. And a lot of times it's not. Now, that would make it interesting for breweries to name, you know, take out like mango peach habanero Oberon, let's just say, and just put fruited Oberon. Now, would that be better? In my eyes, yes, because by this name being vanilla, vanilla should be the dominant smell, dominant taste, but I don't think it's gonna be that way. But yeah, sorry about sidebarring. Let's go ahead and smell. I get the whiskey oak, big whiskey oak. I'm not a big liquor person. I don't drink a lot of liquor, but yeah, it's very dominant. That whiskey oak in there. You can definitely smell that it's been in an oak barrel. Like it's very oaky. But that whiskey does come through also. No vanilla, maybe because it's a little too young. It was a very wet barrel, is what it smells like, just because of that whiskey smell. Let's go ahead and taste. Get a little oak whiskey up front, a little bit of sweetness, like a sweet, a hint of like sweet vanilla chocolate, very thick. The back, it does burn a little bit. It seems like that whiskey comes back in the end. Aftertaste though is like a vanilla chocolate. I'm really not getting a big roasted malt taste in this one. I think that oak whiskey is really covering up a lot of that in here. But it's almost like more chocolatey than it is vanilla. Yeah, and drinking this, in the very back there's like a very sweet chocolate. I think if I was doing this blind, I would say it's more like a double chocolate whiskey oak barreled beer. But I guess the thing they're covering up the most is that roasted malt. Very smooth in there. But yeah, you're not getting a lot of that roasted malt like you would if I could talk today, typically see in a big roasted or a big stout like this. Yeah, I think if anything, that vanilla is like making that chocolate sweet. Is the only thing I can think of, because it's not coming through as a typical vanilla. I keep on going back to chocolate because that's what it tastes like. It's like a very sweet chocolate, no bitterness. But like I said, in the very back, it's like that whiskey comes back and it does leave a little bit of a burn in there. Alcohol, really, the alcohol taste is nowhere to be found. It's almost like Hershey syrup with some oak and whiskey, almost. Very smooth. It is thick. Now, I wouldn't say it's like chewy thick, but it is thick. Very good. On this one, I'd probably have to go with a 4.25 out of 5. I would really like to see that vanilla stick out more, but like I said, maybe that vanilla is doing something to that chocolate or to those malts and bringing out more sweetness than it is vanilla. Like in a bourbon barrel beer, sometimes you get that vanilla note and it's like vanilla is in here. This, I really don't get that vanilla. And that's why I said I think it's doing something with that chocolate in there. And that whiskey is taking it away, that vanilla away. But yeah, on this one, 4.25 out of 5. So if you like this review, check out some of these other ones over here. And until next time, happy brewing.